Welcome to grade 3, which starts with Dennis Aleksandr's Toccata Ritmico. And then the left hand takes over the melody. So this one, the challenge for this one is that we're moving between 6/8 and 3/4. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 1 2. So that's the challenge for the students, and I've given you some rhythmic exercises in the performance notes that you can use with your student to get them used to that. It's a really engaging piece, and I've had students have real fun with it, and it also just extends their ability a little bit more because of some of the challenges in it. Number 2, another Australian favourite called I Call Australia Home by Peter Allen. From bar 5. Now this one has a lot of challenges in it, and it's certainly a trickier piece at this grade level. Not only have we got a jazz waltz, which is a 3/4 swing, that can be tricky on its own, and if that's an issue, I would just try getting students to play it without the swing. While you never perform it like that, it can be a good step to getting the feel happening. Secondly, you've got in the right hand a melody on the top and an accompaniment in the right hand. So students are going to have to get used to bringing out that melody in their pinky finger or 4th or 5th finger, and that can be a challenge too. So just getting them to try and get their balance right, the weighting, I kind of think I'm weighting a little bit towards the pinky finger, or indeed just bringing that finger down faster than the others to bring it out. So there's a number of challenges in that piece, but for students that can play it, a real stunning recital piece, and exam piece for that matter. Number 3 is by Arnold. He's another Aussie, and this is his first published work, and it's called Twilight, and it's nothing to do with the movie from years ago. And I'll skip through to bar 9. It's got that real pop sensibility that students can just engage with instantly. It also uses a common device that you might have seen me talk about in other videos, the descending bass line. In fact, it's almost exactly the same descending bass line pattern as Billy Joel uses in Piano Man. Number 4, Midnight Ride, another winner in my studio and exam and recital favourite. To me, it's got sort of elements of either knights in the forest or pirates. You have elements like chromatic scales, these big cascades, and at the end some nice big chords as well. So it's got a little bit of everything. It's a great piece for students who need a little bit more of a challenge, but in actual fact, it's not that difficult to play because of the number of patterns that are in it. It just sounds hard, and it looks kind of hard too. So that's always a good win for students. Number 5 is Misty. is such a wonderful arrangement of this jazz standard. The arrangement is by Carolyn, and I know that's going to appeal to lots of students. The quality of the jazz chords, and I don't understand that much about jazz harmony, but I can appreciate when these chords sound just as gorgeous as this. And it might be one that certainly would appeal to adult students who are familiar with it. Number 6 is called The Little Would-Be Man. It's a really weird name, but it's been translated. So I picture a child at a ball thinking he should be with the adults maybe. He's a would-be man. And it's just a bit of a 3/4 waltz, almost like a carnival. Etc. It goes on. Number 7 is called Spanish Dance by Carolyn and uses what we would look at and go, aha, tango or habanera in the left hand. And she's cleverly woven that in with a little right hand melody. So there's lots of challenges in this piece, but when students have got the understanding of that left hand and how it works, they're well ahead. There are some tricky fingering to watch out with the consecutive thirds in the right hand. Number 8, a beautiful piece by a Japanese composer called Song of Twilight. And again, have a listen to what the left hand is doing, which direction it's moving. So it's doing that, is descending bass line, and in fact, it's descending by an A major scale and the piece is in A major. So there's some great teaching points there. It's a stunning little piece of music too. Number 9 is a rag. I don't know about you, but when I was younger and learning piano, I loved ragtime and I couldn't wait to be able to play. Still one of my favorite things to play. So I wanted to include some rags, and this is the Nashville Rag by Rollin. The thing I love about this is it's really achievable for students who perhaps have smaller hands or are just for the first time doing this kind of stride pattern, because it's not jumping and playing big chords, it's just C, G, 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 C, G, G, G. So it's just jumping between an octave and the fifth. Number 10, really famous show tune by Claude-Michel Schonberg. It's from Les Miserables. Somehow we're in D major, even though the piece has started in D minor. I think it's a phenomenal work and really engaging for students. Just watch out that they are getting that the rhythms as precise as they can be in the right hand. And I know that Pamela Wedgwood has done such a great job of that arrangement. Number 11, Morning Prayer by Tchaikovsky. Many of you will be familiar with this one. And the important thing here is to make sure that top note really sings out over the top of the chords. Excuse me, missing those F sharps there. And final piece, number 12, is called Buckaroo. And a buckaroo, you can ask your students if they can find out what that is. For you, it's a Californian cowboy, and this is how this one goes. This is by Olly Wedgwood, who happens to be Pamela Wedgwood's son, and he's actually living in Australia now. It's such fun to play. Really, really engaging for students. And this section, I don't know, just kind of engages with me. I love playing this piece. It's a great little one for students to do a bit of showing off with. And in the middle section, you've got this kind of idea where the band plays and then a soloist plays. So we get this kind of idea. Really great fun piece of music. So that's a look at this book in the Piano for Leisure series. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.